something you touched on there about removing the border almost between indoors and outdoors, and that's something we see a lot of in the early years, that we have most of our time with children indoors, and then we have outdoor time, and that's our time to do things in the garden. But how might be a way to kind of change that perception? What might be a better way to do things?
Wow.
Well, I'd say, free flow is one of the keys, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just that choice that I know our first nursery in Worcestershire, Evesham Nursery, which was the first nursery that took on board Forest School. It's completely free flow. There is no indoors or outdoors. The two are joined completely. Children have total choice as to, there's not, now we're going to go outdoors. It is part and parcel of the whole setting.
But I think there's this, how can we, is that, let's say if you're in London and you've got like a tarmacked area, yes, leave the doors open, let the children flow in and out, but we are also advocating for the teachers building enough confidence, knowing enough routines to manage safety, to be able to go on a walk to a greener space. So the how can we, I think we need to build that confidence to be able to walk 10 minutes down a road, do those safety checks, those routines, notice what's going on around you, and hopefully get to a greener space. It doesn't need to be a wild space, but it can be a space that has living material, that has those extra sticks, those possibility of getting a bit dirty, which is really good for the immunity, the possibility of the smells, the touch, all the because really at that age it's just so important to be stimulated through multiple senses, because that's really enabling huge development of these different senses, which is what we talk about a lot.
Yeah, and then it is bringing that back in.
Yeah, at the
I
same
think
time.
is key at the same time. So it's constantly, even the walk to the setting in the morning, if you can work with the parents so they are also being with the children, but that sense of being outside and even just staring at the clouds on the way, the odd tree you might get on the street, listening to the birds, because you get birds everywhere. So it's bringing that experience inside as well as then taking that inside outside, that I think is just, we need to be more conscious of changes through the year, just tuning into the seasons. How do we do that?
And then how does that link to the early years curriculum?
Yeah.
Because once you know that, then you see that you're meeting all those requirements that those nurseries and schools and need to do as well.
Yeah.
So I think there's education there, that's necessary. Yeah.